What's going on, everyone? You're now listening to the Crypto Wonder podcast. I'm your host, the Crypto Wonder, and I want to thank you for allowing me to share this moment and build and talk and exchange ideas and just really air some things out. So here we are. We're going to talk about why people don't like this specific crypto project that I've been speaking about, called Gandhiji.io. I've said this before in different social media platforms, but for the audience in Anchor and podcast, Spotify, Apple iTunes, and etc. I need to really shed some light and spread some awareness about this. It's a very niche, very, very, very small space. Very small space. It's in the cryptocurrency space. It's in the decentralized application space. Crypto's already small. It's growing though. Decentralized application is very small. It's niche, but it's expanding and it's growing. And then there's this project in crypto in the dApp space, a decentralized application, a smart contract called Gandhiji.io that is modeled. It's an hourglass model contract. I know this is could be foreign, completely foreign to people. I get it. I'm not really trying to help, really go into detail with the contract. Just bear with me. This is not an in-depth analysis on how the contract works and explanation to go with it. I'm just going to speak about certain aspects and behaviors of people and why they don't enjoy the contract and why there's just this kind of like this thing to hold the contract back, right? It's not getting its just due. It's not getting its real recognition as it should, even though it has. It definitely has, but there's just a couple things that I've noticed when it comes to the herd mentality and the tribalism that exists within the cryptocurrency space, and it's unfortunate and it's hurtful and it's damning. In a way, it really is. When you have, the developer of this contract developed the contract initially to help his native people in India. And by way of creating the contract, because the Indian government, Reserve Bank of India and the government of India, the banking Reserve Bank of India, etc., banned the use of crypto in India. So this gentleman, the creator of the contract, developed the contract so that it could actually help the people of India have access to engaging in cryptocurrency, right? Because the contract is completely decentralized and it's immutable. It can't be changed, and no one is in control of it, right? That was part of his mission, was to allow the people of India to participate in cryptocurrency. Why not? When you think about crypto, you think about this is a phenomenon that's given for the people, not for the banks, not for the central banks, most certainly, and not for governments. This was created for the people, right? To use among themselves, outside of the traditional banking and financial legacy systems. The contract has been working flawlessly. But because in 2018, when the contract was launched, in 2019 and 2020, and even now, it's gone through its stages of development, and communities have fought against this contract because the communities, see, the thing about crypto is it's an aggressively immature type of community, completely immature. Well, and I might be a little bit exaggerating by saying that, but the people are so emotional in this community where sometimes you feel like this is like, what's the whole point of this? Are we children or are we adults? because it's a thing of tribe. This tribe is more powerful than that tribe. This tribe has a better crypto project than the other. This blockchain is better than that blockchain. That's what you find. And this contract has garnered a lot of negative attention, not for the right reasons. Negative attention because it's outperformed all the other hourglass contracts that have been here, that have been created since 2018. As far as successfully, as far as longevity, as far as even participation in the contract, as far as interaction in the contract, as far as activity in the contract. That's just my opinion. I think it's outperformed, even though one of the other contracts that were launched before Gandhiji.io, at its height, it amassed 83,000 or so Ethereum in the contract. Okay, fine. But that occurred within its first 6 months. And since then, it's been dead because the developers of that contract abandoned that project and left all the believers in that community hurting, angry to this day, since 2018, and especially since when they migrated from the Ethereum blockchain to the Tron blockchain. Oh, that was just the turn for the worst. But Gandhiji held fast and continued to develop and continue to grow as a community, and the contract continues to provide dividends all the while, even through 2018, which was a nasty bear market, where the entire cryptocurrency market suffered a 90% loss compared to the end of December of 2017 and January 2018. It suffered a 90% loss that year, and Gandhiji was launched that year, and within 12 months of Gandhiji's existence, Gandhiji was launched in April 2018, and with its first 12 months, it amassed over 830% interest, dividends, gains, money, crypto, whatever you want to call it, throughout 2018 and throughout 2019. But the other projects want to downplay and say people just want to, throw insults at the project and say Gandhiji is too slow of a project. It's a dead project. This is what they've said over and over and over and over again. The creator is an Indian man of Indian descent, an intelligent man. He's a family man, brilliant, created a smart contract, and not only did he create it, but he's also made himself visible, not hiding in the shadows. He's not anonymous, and built his community the whole time, has never abandoned the community, and has helped everyone who came into the contract, not because he owns the contract. He developed it, but he doesn't even own the contract. That's the technology of Ethereum and what it's introduced to the world. That's what makes it so powerful, because you cannot turn the contract on or off. And so many people have been rewarded, and he makes himself accessible through Telegram groups, through Discord groups. If you need help, he's there as best as he can. He runs a live stream once a week. He's been doing it for well over a year, working hard. He's done giveaways, weekly giveaways of his token that people were calling it, crap token, that didn't give it any type of respect whatsoever. But his conviction, his perseverance, his understanding, and basically his moral aptitude helped him, and all of that negative energy helped fuel what he's done and substantiate the good that the contract has brought. Because that's all it's done. Throughout the time, he's really been a part of also sort of like going against other projects and collectives that have been scamming entire crypto communities, scamming thousands of people. He jumped on that wave. He didn't have to, but he did. And so I think from that stemmed a lot of animosity from people who could not see past their feelings. They could not see past their feelings, and then they still hold a grudge to this day. Meanwhile, instead of just putting all that stuff aside, because animosity doesn't pay the bills. Jealousy doesn't pay the bills. It doesn't, put food on the table. Envy doesn't put food on the table. Hating somebody does not pay your mortgage, does not pay your rent, does not pay your phone bill, does not pay your Wi-Fi. These things are, it's of no use. Absolute no use. Complete, utter waste of time. But this man has been here the whole time, and people don't like it. And it deserves the attention. The contract deserves the attention that it needs and it will receive. Because there have been tons of projects that have come and gone, tons of projects that will continue to come and go. While this one right here has been solid from day one. Not one hack, not one moment where the contract was exploited, not one moment where the contract was drained of its funds, not one moment where anything had to be changed in the contract as far as altered, even though it was professed to be immutable. That means it couldn't be changed or anything. Nothing nefarious or shady occurred in the contract. No one has been scammed. It's completely open source. My goodness. Was verified. Contract is audited. Contract went through hackathons where hackers could have won a prize. Hackers initially had to just try to break into the contract, try to exploit the contract. See if there's a back door. Just go through everything and just try to break the code. Couldn't break it. And if they broke it, there's a nice nominal prize waiting for them. What more of an incentive could a person? And this man continues to do good for the people. People don't understand how the contract works. So they'll just, any moment that they see that the value of their tokens goes down, the market goes up and down. So what goes up has to come down. That's what happens. But people don't understand the inner workings of the contract. So when they see that the value of the contract goes down, they fear, they become upset, and they panic, and then they sell, and then they, insult the man and the community for the kind, when it's not even like that. Because when everything starts to pump again, as in all things, there's cycles in everything. When everything goes back up, everything is sweet. When the contract starts to increase in activity, everything is sweet. But when it sells, people are upset. Such is the way of life. But this animosity and this vitriol. I've been in the space since for 4 or 5 years, and this contract, I participated in the contract, been in the community for years as well. And I could say this because I've seen the beginning, and I'm seeing it all the way up to now. I've seen it. Folks can't rally together behind what's good. They rather rally at their own, whatever they got going on, that never goes past 6 months. Only project that I know from other community that has gone past 6 months is Hex. Or the other one, Tokenair. But I don't see Tokenair, like, as far as the amount of money that people made in Hex, no one has said they made that amount of money in Tokenair. And I'm only shouting Tokenair out because, again, like Hex and Tokenair launched around the same time in late 2019, and they're still running and operating today. I can't speak on some bankroll network. I'm not going to speak on that. I'm not going to speak on bankroll network because there's been inconsistency there. But the network is running for over a year too. So, but compared to Kandiji, the returns, I mean, anybody that could give Gandhiji, some kind of competition, but it's not even the same thing because Hex deals with adoption amplifier. Their model is completely different, so it's not even this. It's this whole different thing, which is almost akin to this yield farming thing. It's just a complete different paradigm. But the scope and the results and the consistency and the trust that's built in within the code and the reputation that the developer has garnered it's unmatched. It's priceless, unmatched, really, unmatched. That's why when he talks with a sense of pride, people don't like it because the man is intelligent. He's far from a fool, and people don't like it. And he knows how to substantiate any and every claim that he makes, and he stands by it. Point blank, period. And his efforts have also suggested that he knows what he's talking about. And the rewards substantiate that as well. And when I'm talking about the rewards, I'm talking about the rewards from the efforts of these contracts. Because people have also experienced that. They've seen the work. They see it. Passive income up the wazoo. It's just constant passive earnings. Throughout 2018, throughout 2019, throughout the height of the pandemic in 2020. And we're still in a pandemic in 2021. And the contracts are still providing passive Ethereum and passive now wrap BTC on top in addition to the Ethereum. There's no what can be said besides the infantile and immature insults that people want to throw. It's sad. Folks like Altcoin Daily need to figure out what's going on with the IND/Ethereum gold.io/0x167.com contract. They need to find out. Altcoin Daily, what's up? Ivan on Tech, what's up? Data Dash, what's up? All you guys that have over 300,000, 400,000 subscribers in crypto, pay attention to what's going on over here with this smart contract that Ivan on Tech wasn't too crazy about back in 2018, thought it was some kind of, scam because the whole people from the other side tried to do whatever and whatever. This contract's still running. There's no scam going on over here. What's up? What's going on? And then for folks like me who have been an advocate for the project because it works and it's helped people, everybody who's been in it for a long period of time can attest to it. Like a long period of time. We're talking about over a year, 2 years. That's what we're talking about, because this is a long-term play. This is not a get-rich-quick overnight. Like some of these other guys, they like to get rich quick overnight. This is not that right here. We're talking about long-term, consistent, long-term, and safe, where you could go to sleep and wake up and know that your crypto is right there. It's you and your crypto. Your money's not locked. You're not getting a certain set percentage. That can't be, there's no way There's no way you could talk about getting 1% a day forever and think that's going to hold up forever. No way. That's not what's brought over here. It's not. That's what some of these guys need to really pay attention to. These larger YouTubers need to pay attention to. And not even beyond YouTube, beyond the scope of YouTube, beyond the scope of the social media thing, because I still think this thing is still, 12 years. It's only 12 years old, and people here you can't take like a lot of these YouTubers serious at all. Even the bigger ones can't take them serious. Can't. This thing needs to, rise to the level of, some type of attention from an institution. Wait till these corporations that sat in the Bitcoin conference hear about these contracts right here, an opportunity to actually stake wrap Bitcoin that you can exchange for a native Bitcoin. Wait till they hear about this. Wait, you want to talk about balance sheet, exposing your balance sheets to Bitcoin? Well, welcome to DeFi, where things can be a lot more accessible and expensive, where you use Ethereum, right? Even though it's not Bitcoin, but it's Ethereum, you can actually use that Ethereum, put your gas in the contract in your wallet, and interact with this wallet right here by buying wrap BTC or exchanging your Ethereum or Bitcoin for wrap BTC. Pay 10% in the contract, hold your DGS tokens, and ride the waves of the up and down cycles while earning dividends in actual wrapped Bitcoin. And if you hold it after a certain while, if you hold it for a long period of time, in essence, you will receive more in dividends than what you initially put in as far as your principal. Do we not understand what we're talking about here? We're talking about just sitting down, holding and earning dividends that could be exchanged for Bitcoin. That's it. That's all you're doing. You could either withdraw, you could reinvest, you can do whatever you want. You could close it whenever you want, take your money out whenever you want. The 10% fee that you pay in, everyone receives that as dividends. Everyone who's holding those tokens. The 10% fee that you pay out when you sell, everyone receives that as tokens. There's no secret. There's nothing nefarious. There's nothing shady. There's no backdoor gimmicks. There's no certain percentages going to the developer or to ambassadors and all that nonsense. None of that. Clean. None of that. All clean. Above board. But folks want to judge and talk about how yield farming is the new wave. There's always going to be a new wave. There's always going to be a new wave on top of a new wave. How many people said their blockchain was going to be better than Bitcoin? Bitcoin is doing what now? Bitcoin is doing what? Still number one. How many blockchains profess to be Ethereum killers? And Ethereum is doing what? Doing what now? Ethereum has been the leader in the DeFi space with the expensive high gas fees. You think people care? All you guys that complain about the fees are so high, you think people care? When macroeconomists like Raoul Paul talking about how Ethereum, that he's exposing, he exposed his holdings to Ethereum in addition to Bitcoin. So what do y'all say? And this is a billionaire who has billionaire friends. A lot of people criticize the developer. His name is Sonny. A lot of people criticize the developer of the IND contract and the WBTC contract. They criticize him. And the funny thing about all of that, none of them can do what he did. But you're quick to criticize, you're quick to judge, you're quick to say X, Y, Z. And none of you can actually do what he's done. All the small minds and the small people who criticize on YouTube, doesn't matter, in Telegram, Discord, all these people who got all this negative stuff to say about him, not one of them can do what he did. And if they could, they haven't done it yet. So that point is moot. None of them can do what he did, which helped a massive amount of people that he doesn't even know how many people he's helped. How many people could say that? How many people could claim that? How many? I'm not going to wait for that answer. Take care.